Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Savage Hall on the campus of the University of Toledo, where tonight WTLW TV 44 continues to bring you the finest in area high school basketball action with another installment of Destination Columbus, the Division III Regional Championship game featuring the Patrick Henry Patriots and the Coldwater Cavaliers. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Shep. Happy you could join us for this installment of Destination Columbus, and alongside with our color commentary is Mark Miller. And our pregame show is brought to you by the Commercial Bank of Delphus. Do dreams come true? We'll find out tonight as the Coldwater Cavaliers, the Cinderella team in the state, take on a tournament-tough, tournament-tested Patrick Henry team. Mark, let's talk a little bit about the Patriots, a team with a lot of experience back from last year's team that went to the state tournament to the final game before they were runner-ups.
Well, as you mentioned, they're used to tournament. Great basketball tradition over there, and you can tell they love their basketball because looking at their side of the stands, it's almost full. They brought a lot of red over from Hamler and the Deschler area. Van Carson is their big guy, 6'7" in the middle. Senior, over 22 points a game, double-figure rebounds, block shots. He does it all for them. As you've mentioned, they got a good mix, mostly senior kids, but they've got some younger kids that come in off the bench, and they are a complete ball team.
Look at Coldwater. They are 9-16 on the year. They finished the regular season with 9 consecutive losses, but since then they've won 5 tournament games in a row. The black and orange are out in force here tonight. Mark, they are the story of the tournament so far.
All right, no question about it. You know, a lot of fans, especially if you're not a real loyal fan of another team, and there are just a lot of basketball fans here, are here to see them. They want to see how far this thing can go, and from what I hear, they're playing better than anybody else they've seen, so certainly credit goes to them getting ready in the tournament. Mueller's their leading scorer, but you know, they share the wealth a little bit. They play a lot of guys, 10 or 11 guys off the bench. They keep them fresh. And what I've heard from coaches that have watched them play is they work harder than any team they've seen. So the Cinderella thing, sure, but it's not by luck, it's by hard work.
And with the schedule that Coldwater plays, especially outside their conference, playing the likes of Fort Loramie and Ottawa Glandorf, Salina, and LCC, that has paid dividends along the tournament trail here to Destination Columbus. So the stage is set. Our final show here from Toledo, it promises to be a good one. Coldwater and Patrick Henry coming your way next on TV 44 Sports.
Ray's doors have been open in your neighborhood for years, and they're open convenient hours to fit your busy schedule. So if you're tired of spinning your wheels, Ray's gives you quality, convenience, and service without the hassle of running all over town. The time and money you save by shopping Ray's can then be spent on the finer things in life. Ray's, we're right around the corner. Good neighbors, great values.
The Sports Loft in downtown Delphus. School jackets in nylon, wool, and leather for all area schools, including Lima. Sporting goods for all seasons. Athletic clothing, hats, jerseys, sweats, jackets. Shoes by Converse and Adidas. Screen printing and embroidery for clubs, organizations, individuals, and teams. Quality, service, and we guarantee the lowest prices. It's worth the drive. The Sports Loft at Lion Clothing in downtown Delphus. Be there.
McNeil with the steal. Look out, Columbus. Here comes Lima. It's jam time. Welcome back to the University of Toledo. Tonight, the Division III Regional Championship will be decided as Patrick Henry takes on Coldwater. Mike Shep and Mark Miller speaking with you, and we thank you for tuning in to our Saturday night replay of high school basketball, Destination Columbus here on TV 44. This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Bank One of Lima, Central Reserve Life, Miller Brothers Tire Service, Imperial Office Supply, and United Telephone. Dave Krause, the Patrick Henry coach, meets at midcourt with Jim Niekamp. The Patriots are 19-5. Coldwater is 9-16. Jason Stammen is a starting guard, a 5'10" senior for the Cavaliers. Jason Scholes will counter for Patrick Henry. a 6-foot senior. Mitch Layfeld, a sophomore at 6'2", in the starting lineup for Coldwater. Greg Rosebrook, a 6'1" senior, averages 6 points a game. Andy Kanapke, tremendous football player for the Cavaliers in the fall. David Van Carson, the main man for Patrick Henry, averages 22 points a game. Mark Thompson, 6'2" senior, averages 7 a game. Bill Hoops, great basketball name for this youngster, a 6'2" senior. And Jim Mueller rounds out the starting lineup for Coldwater. And Jason Lieb rounds out the starting lineup for Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry is coached by Dave Krause. Coldwater is headed up by Jim Niekamp. Our officials for tonight's action are Frank Vitt from West Liberty and Denny Dyer out of Vandalia. A big crowd on hand. I think the biggest of all the regional matchups we've had here. Maybe a slight edge over the Miller City LCC crowd last night. I think Patrick Henry might have a slight edge in numbers, but the Coldwater folks are out here in force as well. The winner's going to play Friday night at St. John Arena against Belpre or Chesapeake. Chesapeake, along with LCC, the only 2 undefeated teams in the state of Ohio. So we mentioned the Patriots are 19-5, but earlier in the week here, Coldwater beat Bucyrus Winford, and Winford was 21-2. So these impressive records do not impress the Coldwater Cavaliers. Tip controlled by the orange and black. Man-to-man defense being used by Patrick Henry as we start out. Deep in the corner, Mueller gets the bounce. Jim Mueller has the first basket of the game. Seen that shot go a lot here at Toledo. Deep corner shot, and it's a tough one to knock down.
Patrick Henry open in a man-to-man. Coldwater's in a 2-3 zone.
This is Van Carson, the big puppy outside. Wow, nice touch from the 6'7" youngster. That was a three-pointer. 3-2. Patrick Henry has the lead. Kanapke, the pull-up, in and out, too hot. This is Mueller with it. And it comes out to Patrick Henry on the turnover as Jason Lieb brings out the ball to Scholes. It's Van Carson again. Foul's called on Van Carson. This youngster took half the shots for Patrick Henry in their win over Lorraine Catholic earlier in the week.
Well, as soon as they got the ball to the corner, that's what they did, is just looked inside. They looked for the biggest guy on the floor. He did a good job of following his shot, but Coldwater an even better job of boxing him out, getting bodies on him, so he has to come over the top and foul on a rebound attempt.
That's the first foul of the game. Out of bounds, it will stay with the Cavaliers. Coldwater on the season averages 59 points a game in tournament at 62. During the regular season, they were giving up 65 a game. But here on Destination Columbus, only 48 points a game defensively. That's been the difference. Kanapke. Out of bounds it goes. Mueller working hard, but couldn't hang on to it directly underneath the basket.
Kanapke has Van Carson guarding him, but with the good elevation was able to shoot the jumper over top to 6'7" Van Carson.
This a long three put up. Rosebrook couldn't get it to go. Rebound. That doesn't go as well. Hustling under the boards, and the Cavaliers come out with it. Layfeld, the sophomore, and it will stay with Coldwater.
You mentioned it in the pregame warm-ups. The Coldwater Cavaliers, a lot of them look like clones of one another. You know, they're all 6'1", 6'2", 6'2 and a half, and they all play real hard, hit the boards together.
This is Mueller with it. Man-to-man being used by Patrick Henry. Mueller wants to drive. Look at this sequence. It comes out. Great hustle here, and 3 seconds is going to be called.
Well, that's a kind of an unwritten rule. Whenever somebody's laying in the lane, if you don't put it up right away, they're going to call it on you.
That turnover was Coldwater's first. Score remains 3-2. We congratulate the St. Mary's Rough Riders, Division II regional champs. The first time ever that they'll go to a state tournament. They'll play Thursday at 11 o'clock against Columbus Whitehall. Congratulations, Jeff Janitis, all the folks in your program and your team. Tipped away, turnover against Patrick Henry. Kanapke with it. Stoneman for three, off the iron. Van Carson will chase down the rebound. Hoops brings it up into the front court to Van Carson. He's looking to the basket. Van Carson again. Gets the bounce. So far, the whole show for Patrick Henry has been David Van Carson with all 5 points. And a reach foul is called here on Scholes. Well, we have a moment thanks to all the good folks here at the University of Toledo. We have been long-term tenants this week. We bring the curtain down tonight, but special thanks to Deb Driscoll and her entire staff. A class act here in hosting TV 44 Sports. We really appreciate it. Josh Gass is into the contest. Mark mentioned Jim Niekamp will use the bench. Thompson outside to Kanapke. Kanapke connects. That's his first basket, and it's 5-4.
Coldwater getting real good shots to this point.
Patrick Henry, some good penetration here. Shot wouldn't go by leave that time, and Kanapke has the rebound. Kanapke looks like he's a load underneath for Coldwater. They could take the lead back with a basket right here. We're just over 3 minutes into this one. Kanapke, good look down low. Mueller can't get it. Fighting for the rebound. Off to Patrick Henry. Good hustle by Scholes there. This is Van Carson. He's taking that ball one place. Kanapke gets it on the rebound.
One thing with Van Carson shooting that many times, his buddies better start helping him rebound.
Orange and black bring it up. They can take the lead back. We're midway through our first quarter. Mueller off the run. Tough shot there. Oh, my. Collision on the rebound. It's going to go against Patrick Henry. Jason Scholes called for the foul, and their bench not liking that call from Frank Vitt.
Gosh, Gass put a lick on him. Obviously, both guys going for the ball. It's a tough call for the official. He's got to decide which one got to the ball first. He decided against the Patriot play.
See Coach Krause questioning the call. It's the second foul on Scholes and the third team foul against Patrick Henry. So Tony Orlick is into the game. Scholes taking a seat. On the wing, the shot goes, and it's a three. Give it to Mueller. His 28th of the year. Coldwater back on top at 7-5. Jerry Crossland's also into the game, number 40. Van Carson. David Van Carson with the basket, and a technical foul is called on Dave Krause.
I think Coach Krause got a little upset with the call we talked about down here with the collision. And that time he really felt Van Carson got fouled. Even though the basket went, he wanted the foul.
Well, there you can see Coach Krause is not happy at all after the basket. Sean Freeze will shoot the technical. Ryan Freeze is in the book with a point. 8-7 our score. Coldwater has the lead back off that technical foul on Coach Dave Krause.
Really not a bad time for a technical foul. You know, they had possession anyway. You gave them a foul shot. He's sticking up for his big guy. If the referees allow the Cavaliers to pound on Van Carson, Patrick Henry's in trouble.
Neil Franzer and Jim Larkin into the game, 2 6'4" youngsters. So Jim Niekamp going with some size here to combat this tall lineup that's out there right now for Patrick Henry. Whistle away from the ball as Freeze took the shot, and it went on Coldwater. Jim Larkin was called for the foul, some pushing away from the ball. First foul on him and the first foul on the Cavaliers. Pass down low. The turnover here. We haven't seen hardly any offense out of Patrick Henry other than Van Carson.
I tell you, it's not a bad idea for Coach Niekamp to get these guys in the ball game early. You know, if they sit on the bench and get all nervous and then you put them in crunch time, it's tough on them. But you get them in the flow of the game now, they won't be nervous later.
Mayfeld, pump fake, call for traveling. Sorry, that was Russ Sudoff into the game. Russ Sudoff guilty of the turnover. So Coach Niekamp has almost an entirely new lineup out there for the Cavaliers. Wonder how much they've done that along the tournament trail. Good ball movement here. But filling the lane that time was Freeze with the turnover against Patrick Henry.
You know, really, it's probably smarter to sub 5. These guys practice together all day long. They probably know how to play together better than 2 or 3 of them and 2 or 3 starters.
Freeze, in and out. Rebound Russell is chipped away by Jerry Crossland. Crossland is also 6'5". Good size out there for Patrick Henry, and that's what Coach Niekamp is trying to combat right now with his taller lineup. 8-7. 2:18 to go in the first quarter. 5-second call. No movement that time by the Cavaliers. And a bump foul here. Going to be called against Freeze. You have to wonder about the psychology of Patrick Henry. They see the Coldwater team running off victories, but they also see those 16 losses. Wonder how much that's in the back of their mind.
Well, I'm sure it's affected some of the teams that Coldwater's dusted off. You know, they're not fully prepared to play. Although by the regional finals, you have to realize everybody's good to get there.
Outside with the three is Rosebrook. Second three of the night for Patrick Henry. Puts the guys from Hamler up at 10-8. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And this vast crowd in red and white across the way from us come to their feet. Shot doesn't go, but a foul here is Josh Gass with the aggressive move. I think the foul went on Rosebrook.
Right now, Coldwater has 3 juniors and 2 sophomores playing in the regional finals. Isn't that something? Now he's going to bring in another sophomore. Now he's got 3 sophomores and 2 juniors.
Brian Wink is into the game. Jim Niekamp played about everybody already. That is really interesting. You don't see anybody from Coldwater with their total warm-up outfit on anymore. I think almost every kid that's dressed has now been in the game.
I agree with you. And you look at it, if this thing goes in, it's a tie game. They've held their own. There it is.
Nice stroke by Josh Gass, who was a 57% foul shooter. Looked much better than that there. We're tied up at 10. 1:45 to go. And that pass goes astray as Rosebrook threw it over everybody's head.
You know, the theory here may be you're going to play 4 or 5 minutes at a time, and I want you to do everything you possibly can. These kids are all over the place.
Maybe that's why they've held their opponents along tournament to under 50 points a game. Three-pointer doesn't go, and Rosebrook has the rebound. Down the floor it comes to Crossland. Crossland, nice look to Van Carson, and he was fouled.
I'll tell you another thing playing a lot of people does is Van Carson gets the ball in the lane, just hack him. There's still foul trouble. You got a lot to give.
That's a good point. They'll use up a lot of fouls. Instead of using 5, they'll use 10, maybe 15 fouls up. Leaning on David Van Carson, the 6'7" youngster. This kid's a good foul shooter, though, at 80%.
Well, 6'7", Division III, expecting to be a big, strong guy inside. He's more of a perimeter player. We've even seen him bring the ball up the floor.
Nine points for Carson. Van Carson, excuse me. 12-10. Patrick Henry has the lead back with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Freeze gets it. Nice drive here. Russ Sudoff will go to the foul line. Coldwater doing an excellent job on their man-to-man offense of getting that ball inside.
Lots of movement. They're looking for each other. You know, Patrick Henry looks for Van Carson. Coldwater really doesn't have anybody to look for. They just pass it to anybody. Anybody that's open.
Sudoff's at the line, a 6'1" sophomore. 2 shots.
With Van Carson out of the game now for Patrick Henry, it'll be interesting to see what their offensive philosophy does. You know, how much it changes, because certainly they were looking for him every time.
Rebound is loose, and it's controlled by Orlick. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Coldwater comes out with a turnover. They have a 2-on-1. And Larkin lays it in.
What an unselfish move. He got up and made the defender commit to him, knowing that he was going to pass it off.
I believe that was Gass with the nice pass that time. We're tied up at 12. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Orlick, loose ball. Traveling call.
They're letting him get away with a little banging out there.
.30 seconds to go in the first quarter. The ball comes out to Rosebrook. Let's see if the Patriots play for the final shot. They're tied up at 12. Taken away. On the drive that time, Bill Hoops turned it over.
Coldwater coaches are saying one shot, one shot. It's tough for the guys out front to see the clock.
Pull-up shot taken. It goes by Gass to close out the first quarter. After 1, our score. Coldwater 14. Patrick Henry 12.
The world is a much different place today than it was in 1877 when the commercial bank was founded. But basic values like working hard, lending neighbors a helping hand, and planning for the future never go out of style. And we believe they never will. That's why we've been committed to serving the financial needs of our community for over a century. The Commercial Bank, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
When you choose your long-distance phone company, it's an important decision. Your calls have to go through without interruption. You must have a clear tone, and you need the latest in technology. Your long-distance phone company must provide dependability, reliability, the latest state-of-the-art equipment at a very competitive rate. In other words, you want and deserve the best. That's a Forticall. We really do want to be your long-distance carrier. For more information, call 1-800-686-4088.
Why shop Ottawa for a new car? Because they're dealing 9.9% financing, rebates, and more. That's right, Ottawa's New Car Dealer Association can save you money with 9.9% financing going on now. Stop in and see Ottawa's new car dealers: Bellman Ward Chrysler Plymouth Dodge, Ed Foreman Chevrolet Olds Geo, and Bellman Ford Mercury. Drive to Ottawa and save with 9.9% financing going on now.
Tonight's Coldwater Patrick Henry game is being brought to you by Northwest Farmers Co-op. Congratulations on a great season, and best of luck in tonight's game. Northwest Farmers Co-op, with offices in Hamler, Holgate, Malinta, and Stanley. And by Deschler Farmers Elevator Company. We're proud of you, Patriots, from the Deschler Farmers Elevators Company. And by Agri Supply Company Incorporated. We wish the Patrick Henry Patriots good luck in the regionals. Agri Supply Company Incorporated in Hamler and Holgate.
Welcome back to tonight's matchup, Coldwater and Patrick Henry for the Division III regional title. This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by the Commercial Bank of Delphus, the Molten Gas Company, Pepsi-Cola, Mike Pruitt's Lima Ford, and Quick as a Wink Printing. Coldwater with a 2-point lead, 14-12 as we start quarter number 2. Another turnover. Patrick Henry has not taken care of the basketball. They had 6 turnovers in the first quarter, so there's number 7 right there. We'll get to our stats in just a moment. Oh, wide open on the outside is Layfeld. And the rebound comes off to Rosebrook. The 2-pointer will tie it up for Patrick Henry right here.
Well, the Coldwater subs did it. Not only held their own, they gave the starters back a 2-point lead.
And a little bit of a rest. Van Carson set to come back in for Patrick Henry. There's Deb Driscoll, our tournament manager. She's been very busy this week with the Division 2, 3, and 4 regionals here. So the Toledo folks are going to get a well-earned rest after this week. Way out for that 3. It's off the iron by Rosebrook. That was an NBA'er. And Kanapke brings it down the floor for the orange and black. See if Coldwater can enter their lead. First minute, second quarter. Kanapke, little pull-up.
Got to be tough on Van Carson. He's guarding a point guard. Kanapke's playing point guard.
16-12. The Cavaliers have their biggest lead. Nice drive that time by Soles. This is Van Carson. Van Carson has 11 of the Patriots, 14 points. The other 3 by Rosebrook. So no one else has really gotten involved. Skip pass here to Mueller. Out front to Mitch Layfeld, the sophomore. That 3 is off the mark by Mueller. The white jerseys bring it the other way. They have a chance to tie it on a 2. And we have a foul call. Let's take a look at our first quarter stats, courtesy of Imperial Office System. Coldwater from 2-point range was 4 for 12, and Patrick Henry 2 for 8. From 3-point range, the Cavs 1 for 4, the Patriots 2 for 4. From the foul line, Coldwater was 3 for 6, Patrick Henry 2 for 2. Rebounding, 5-4 in favor of Patrick Henry. They had 6 turnovers to 3 for Coldwater. And we thank our special stat person tonight, Mark Bishop, for doing the numbers for us. Oh, another dangerous pass inside. Turnover here, and Coldwater's got the numbers. Land goes by Layfeld. 18-14, Cavaliers up by 4 again. Van Carson, well, you know when he's going to shoot it.
I'll tell you, you aren't kidding. When he puts the ball on the floor, his head is nowhere but at the ball in the rim.
And we mentioned earlier, there's not many people underneath in the white jerseys when he shoots it, so if he misses, it's usually going to go the other way. Layfeld, the pull-up.
Boy, Coldwater's getting good shots. I don't remember much other than a set 3 that they've shot outside the paint.
It's 20-16. They lead it by 4. Van Carson had to force that one up there. Offensive board doesn't go. Look at the battle here, and it comes out to Mueller. Crossland got a tip, but the Cavaliers bring it the other way, and they have a chance to add to their 4-point lead.
Again, Kanapke with Van Carson guarding him almost at the half-court line. He can't think Kanapke's going to shoot from out there.
Kanapke on the runner, doesn't get it. Second chance coming here. Mueller got it. Check out, that was Thompson. Thompson with the basket. Timeout called by Patrick Henry.
The team of professionals at St. Rita's Sports and Physical Therapy Center know that even a small injury can cause major problems. So St. Rita's offers fitness screening, conditioning programs, and sports medicine coverage to area high schools. A certified athletic trainer will work with your team on injury prevention through proper conditioning and strengthening activities. A small investment in training will pay off in a big way in injury prevention. At St. Rita's Sports and Physical Therapy Center, we don't want you breaking anything but records.
When you need office supplies fast, call the Roby Company. The Roby Company offers same-day, next-day, just-in-time delivery on most of the items you need when you need them. And if it's office furniture that you're looking for, just look at the selection of brand names available at the Roby Company. Choose comfort, style, and efficiency with office furniture from Lazy Boy, Hahn, and Hayward. And you'll choose with confidence because the Roby Company has the area's largest selection of office furniture in stock. That's the Roby Company, with showrooms in Lima, Canton, and Bellefontaine.
Good question. I think people today finally realize that these are the serious 90s. Kids today have come to accept that this is a time for introspection, moderation. You can just witness the new emphasis on discipline everywhere you look. That's the way it is. Isn't it? I'm not making this up. Listen, a lot of research went into this.
Tonight's Division III Regional Championship game is being brought to you by Bronze Radio and TV. See Bronze Radio and TV for quality name brands you can trust. Zenith, Sharp, and Crosley. Televisions, stereo equipment, VCRs, service on all makes. Bronze Radio and TV wishes the Cavaliers success. By Deschler Products Division of Sherwin-Williams Company. The heat is on. Good luck in the regionals from the Deschler Products Division of Sherwin-Williams Company. And by Rodenberger Funeral Homes. Community spirit has been great. Go all the way, Patriots. Rodenberger Funeral Homes Incorporated, Deschler and McClure.
We are back here at the University of Toledo. There you see our stat first tonight, Mark Bishop. Here at courtside, the long shooter extraordinaire for the Elida Bulldogs. Right now, Coldwater has their biggest lead at 22-16. To contrast, Patrick Henry's 13 points by Van Carson. 7 different players have scored for the orange and black. You talk about balance here early. We've had 7 different kids get in the book already. So it'll be inbounded on the side. Patrick Henry finds himself down by 6 points at 22-16 with 4:40 to go in the first half. Scholes off the run. I'm just wondering off that timeout if Coach Dave Krause said the other fellas had to get involved more in the offense.
Well, if he saw what we saw, he needed to tell him that.
22-18. And the Coldwater Cavaliers turn it over here.
Well, this is what Patrick Henry wanted. They wanted a score off the timeout. They got it. They wanted a defensive stop and another score, and they're right back in the game. Coldwater in that 2-3 zone.
Oh, look at the lob. Beautifully done, and Van Carson now has 15. I believe Rosebrook with the pass, and it's 22-20. Jim Niekamp wants to get a timeout if he can. Players don't see him, and a traveling call. During the first half, he's at the opposite end. Now he gets the timeout. We have play stopped, and our score, Coldwater 22, Patrick Henry 20.
Does the high cost of energy bring you down? There is a low-cost alternative that's clean and efficient. Propane from Molten Gas Service. That's right, propane to heat your water, to cook your food, and to keep your home warm and comfortable. Using propane is like money in the bank, because when it comes to saving money, propane beats other energy sources hands down. Propane from Molten Gas Service, the propane professional since 1958, with 3 area showrooms.
It's a new age for United Telephone. With the purchase of U.S. Sprint, we are now the largest full-service telephone system in the nation, offering local, long-distance, and operator services. Although our Sprint operations are worldwide, at the heart of it all, we're still United Telephone, providing hometowns and businesses all across America with communication services for today's information age. Uniting people with technology. That's United Telephone.
Westridge Furniture of Delpha's annual warehouse sale now in progress. Save on white Westinghouse 10 cubic foot chest freezer, $277. 17 cubic foot refrigerator, $455. White Westinghouse washer and dryer, $5.99 a set. Maytag washers from $419. Other warehouse specials include a 5-piece patio set starting at $88. 3-piece lamp sets for $75. And a Samsonite folding card table with 4 chairs, only $69. All this found at Westridge during the warehouse sale, March 18th through Sunday, March 21st.
Tonight's Division III Regional Championship game is being brought to you by Ray's Refrigeration. Ray's Refrigeration for air conditioning, heating, and heat pumps. Sales, service, and installation. See Ray's Refrigeration for all your appliance needs as well. Good luck to the Coldwater Cavaliers. By the Hamler State Bank. We wish a great team success in the regionals. From your full-service bank, the Hamler State Bank, independent and locally owned. And by Deschler Lumber. We cheer the Patrick Henry Patriots on to victory. Deschler Lumber, builder of Deschler Homes.
We are back at the University of Toledo. Each team is now taking a timeout, and Patrick Henry will have the ball. We'd like to thank Becky Mile for helping feed the crew here during our Saturday layover. We had quite a space in between games, so the crew went over to Mrs. Miles' house and wreaked havoc on her kitchen. And we certainly thank Becky for feeding the crew here on Saturday. Officials are huddling up. It's 22-20. Jim Niekamp took a very quick timeout there. Patrick Henry has a chance to tie it with a 2 or go ahead with a 3 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Tough shot, doesn't go that time, and Layfeld has the rebound. Layfeld almost had a super play right there. He'll go to the foul line.
Well, you know, he tried to penetrate, waiting for somebody to step out and stop him so he can pass it underneath to a teammate, and nobody does. He's been almost given the open gate twice in a row here.
Crossland was called for that foul. That's his first 6 team fouls on the Patriots. 2 shots here for Mitch Layfeld. Southmore, nothing but net. Makes it 24-20.
Those were important foul shots. They needed some points.
Oh, here's a sloppy pass. This will be an over and back violation. Basically an unforced turnover right there. That is now 9 turnovers against Patrick Henry. That's something that Dave Krause can't be happy with. Freeze is into the game for Coldwater. Of course, the Coldwater defense has a lot to do with those turnovers.
They're always flashing into the passing lanes, trying to get a hand on the pass. You know, in that zone, you feel more secure because you know your man's not going to go by you for a hoop.
Kanapke, the pull-up jumper. Mark, this is a unique offense they're running. Kanapke's their biggest player, and he's playing the point on offense.
And I think it's to pull Van Carson out of there.
Van Carson has the ball right now. Couldn't get that one to go. Out of bounds, it will stay with the Patriots.
You know, I wonder if Van Carson has had an assist in his career. He doesn't look at anything but the rim, man. Ooh.
Well, you can tell he's a very fine post player. He's averaging 22 points a game.
Got a soft shooting touch. Even with guys pounding on his hands, he gets it up nice and soft.
And he's enjoyed a lot of success. This team went to the state finals last year. Crossland straight up, and Kanapke called for the foul. Coldwater, Sprout, and Jim Niekamp didn't like that call.
Well, you know, that's one of those deals that years ago they interpreted. If you stand still and hold your hands straight in the ground, you have the right to that verticality, as the announcers say. But if the guy leans into you, they're going to call foul on you anyway. So basically, you got to give with the offensive motion.
Jerry Crossland will get one more.
Kanapke's going to get a rest with his second foul. As many players as Jim Niekamp plays, he's not going to give Kanapke a chance to get his third foul.
Yeah.
You know, Mike, one thing we talked about earlier is when you wholesale subbing, 5 on, 5 off, at least that group has some continuity. But when you put one in here, one in there, and you're playing 10 or 11, it's tough. That's a lot of practice time, a lot of teamwork.
Layfeld, pretty looking shot there. That sophomore shows a lot of confidence. 8 points, all in this quarter, and the Cavaliers lead it by 8. At 28-20, and traveling is called on Crossland.
Well, the guard gave it up to a post man on the move, and poor Crossland didn't have a chance.
Now, Van Carson's out of the game. It'll be interesting to see what happens here because he has 15 of the Patriots' 20 points. Deep corner shot doesn't go. Orange jerseys. Flexions on the rebound. That is Thompson. Foul away from the ball. Call on Neil Franzer. Franzer, who's into the game, is called for that foul.
Well, they brought him in to play the bottom middle of the 2-3 zone. Kanapke's out. They brought in another big, strong guy.
That is his first in the 6th team foul on Coldwater, so it'll be bonus time from here on out for both schools with 2:09 to go in the half.
Dave Cross got Van Carson back in a hurry, down by 8, 2 minutes to go in the half. He needs him in there to shoot the ball.
Schultz brings it up the floor for Patrick Henry. Picks up his dribble in a bad spot. Now wings it over to Rosebrook. Under 2 minutes to go. Tries to force it inside. He gets it back. Rejected out of bounds. Good idea by Patrick Henry, but that ball got a return to sender sticker put on it.
I heard the fans comment that this team is loose. There's no pressure on them. Nobody expected any. They're playing loose. They're letting it all hang out.
And another turnover against Patrick Henry. That has been their Achilles heel in this first half. Nice pump fake here, and Mueller off the window. Jim Mueller makes the score 30-20. And a foul's called here on Larkin, but the Coldwater fans are on their feet.
I'll tell you what, you see a 6'4" guy out causing havoc on the point guard like that. You gotta love his effort. And he's not by himself. They're all working.
You know, it's interesting to note, even though Patrick Henry won the other night against Lorraine Catholic, they had 30 turnovers in that game. So they don't take too good care of the basketball, it seems like. Van Carson will come out again with 1:28 to go in the quarter.
I wonder why he's in and out so much. He's not in foul trouble unless they're taking him out to keep him from getting in that point right now in the foul line. Let somebody else play defense.
Scholes couldn't get it. He doesn't look real tired. He doesn't look real winded.
He's standing up.
This is Freeze. Outside, Freeze with the three. It's short. Crossland, nice rebound. And a foul's called, I believe. Let's wait and see.
I think Franzer thought it was called on him. He was laying on the floor, but I believe they called it on Larkin as he ran by, slapped for the ball.
Well, Larkin's getting his money's worth. He's got 3 fouls already. Coming off the bench. And Crossland's at the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
That's not what you want to do. That's over-exuberance. You know, you're 75, 80 feet from the basket. You don't want to walk them all the way down and let them shoot foul shots.
Rebound comes off the crossland miss. Now under a minute to go in the first half. Let's see what Coldwater decides to do. A lot of second-line players in the game for them. This is Gass with the ball. Oh, dangerous pass right there, but it comes out to Franzer. Can't get it to go. And a foul on the rebound. I think that's on Larkin. If that's so, that's his fourth. Well, Larkin has to come out. Let's wait and see.
4 in the first half.
I think Jim's set on a TV 44 record for most fouls in the shortest amount of playing time.
Well, he's got number 44 on. Scores are wild.
This will send Jason Lee to the line. Lee averages 6 points a game. He hasn't scored tonight.
Other than Van Carson, they're not shooting their foul shots very well at all.
Rebound comes out to Wink. It's just like all the Coldwater players just fill their roles. They're like there's no second teamers out there. These guys do what the starters have been doing. Under 15 seconds to go now. This is Wink with it. He wants to shoot. With the hustle here, Rosebrook. Got it at the buzzer. And that's a three. A big shot for Patrick Henry to close things down. And after 2 quarters, Coldwater 30, Patrick Henry 23.
It's basketball season, and Lima Lumber's team wants to help you get off to a fast break on your building and remodeling projects. Consult with our experienced team before you start your project and score some points with our free design center, free estimates, and free delivery. At Lima Lumber, we have the most current in building materials and friendly advice to assist you in making the right play. Don't let that home project put you on the defense. Take a time out and go with the winners. Start your game plan with the Lima Lumber team. Remember, Lima Lumber.
1101 Delphus Avenue, Lima.
Miller Brothers Tire Service has it in stock right now. The tire for all seasons. The B.F. Goodrich Comp TA HR4. The tire that goes the distance. And then some, with truly excellent tread life. The tire that grabs the road, even in the toughest driving conditions. The ideal tire for today's high-performance cars. The B.F. Goodrich Comp TA HR4. It's yours for the driving at Miller Brothers Tire Service, State Route 65, Uniopolis.
When you need office supplies fast, call the Roby Company. The Roby Company offers same-day, next-day, just-in-time delivery on most of the items you need when you need them. And if it's office furniture that you're looking for, just look at the selection of brand names available at the Roby Company. Choose comfort, style, and efficiency with office furniture from Lazy Boy, Hahn, and Hayward. And you'll choose with confidence because the Roby Company has the area's largest selection of office furniture in stock. That's the Roby Company, with showrooms in Lima, Canton, and Bellefontaine.
McNeil with the steal. Look out, Columbus. Here comes Lima. It's jam time.
Tonight's Division III Regional Championship game is being brought to you by the Corn City State Bank. We're proud of a great team in our community. The Corn City State Bank, independent and locally owned. And by Coldwater Home Supply. Coldwater Home Supply, the area's complete source for quality furniture and appliances. And by Claude Stints Incorporated. We're behind you, boys, all the way. The Claude Stints people of Deschler.
Welcome back to the University of Toledo and our Division III Regional Championship game Coldwater taking on Patrick Henry. And at halftime, the Cavaliers have a 7-point lead at 30-23. Mike Shepp along with Mark Miller, and we thank you for tuning in to our Saturday night replay of high school basketball, this Division III regional championship game. And this halftime show is sponsored by Pepsi-Cola. Right now, let's take a look at our first half numbers. For Coldwater from the field, they are 11 for 24 for 2-point range, while Patrick Henry is 6 for 17. From 3-point range, Cavaliers 1 for 8, and Patrick Henry is 3 for 6. From the foul line, the Cavs are 5 of 8, and Patrick Henry has struggled 2 of 7, and they've missed 5 in a row. Rebounding is even at 11. Patrick Henry with 11 turnovers to 5 for Coldwater. Leading scorers in the game, Mitch Layfield has 8 points, all those in the second quarter for the Cavaliers, and David Van Carson has 15 to lead Patrick Henry. So once again, a 7-point lead with Coldwater here at halftime. Mark, some of your thoughts.
Well, I think the 7-point differential is a direct relation to those turnovers. I think that really is all I see as far as the difference between these two teams. They're both playing hard. Of course, one team is totally one-dimensional. Van Carson is the offense for Patrick Henry. On the other hand, it's tough figuring out who the heck's in the game for Coldwater. I mean, they run them in and out of there, and they all play, and they all dive around. One factor is the subs are getting some fouls called on them, so you look to see the starters play more minutes in the second half, which is probably the way the coach would want it anyway. But good game. The teams that are obviously gotten here different tracks, but they're both here, and they're both playing very hard.
Okay, so once again, our final score here, our score here at halftime, not our final score. Our score here at halftime is Coldwater 30 and Patrick Henry 23. Right now, let's go to CNN and this update from Headline Sports.
I'm John Sullivan with CNN Headline Sports. Saturday was a sad day for the big seeds at the NCAA basketball tournament. Cal knocked out Duke 82-77 when sensational freshman Jason Kidd hit the flying layup late in the game, just as he did against LSU. Duke eliminated after winning back-to-back national titles. And Kansas finally shook off BYU to advance. At the Southeast Regional in Orlando, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers pushed Seton Hall over the edge in the NCAA tournament. Mark Bell was the hero for Western as the Hall's 12-game win streak comes crashing to a halt, 72-68 the final. Third seed Florida State cruised past number 11 Tulane 94-63. Sam Cassell took 7 3-point shots and drained every single one of them. Sam finished with 31. Douglas Edwards with the nice all-around effort, 22 points, 12 boards, and 4 blocked shots. Waved bye-bye to the Green Wave as the Noles improved to 24-9. To Salt Lake City for the West Regional, where Vanderbilt's Billy McCaffrey shot like Billy the Kid in a 17-point first-half performance against Illinois. Billy finished with 29 as the Commodores finished off the Illini 85-65. After upsetting Arizona, Santa Clara's luck runs out against Temple. Good battle at the East Regional in Winston-Salem. Arkansas and St. John's were close until the Razorbacks hit their last 7 shots, while the Redmen missed their final 9. Darrell Hawkins finished with 20 for Arkansas as they beat St. John's 80-74. The North Carolina-Rhode Island game was a totally different story. The Heels' 112-67 blowout was the most lopsided second-round game in NCAA tournament history. Derek Phelps hit all 7 of his shots on the way to a 15-point game for UNC. NBA, the Bulls executed to perfection against the Bullets. Will Perdue saves the ball to Michael Jordan. He scores 2 of his 47 as Chicago beats Washington 106-101. The Heat win their 11th straight at home. They beat the Cavs. The Bucks do a number on the Sixers. Orlando downs Denver, Utah in L.A. NHL, for the second straight game, the Pens' Mario Lemieux scored 4 goals. This time it's a 9-3 win over Philadelphia. The Pens have won 5 straight. Lemieux also had an assist. He has 49 goals on the season, 8 in the last 2 games. Yzerman a pair. The Wings beat the Bruins. McGill need 2. Buffalo downs Tampa Bay. Quebec takes Jersey. Montreal beats Chicago. Toronto over Edmonton. Dave Anderchuk is 49th and an assist. Pierre Turgeon, number 46, the Isles over Vancouver. And the Kings hosting St. Louis. At the Motorcraft 500, Morgan Shepherd held off Ernie Irvin to win the race. Tennis at the Lipton Final, Sanchez Vicario beat Graf. I'm John Sullivan, and that's CNN Headline Sports.
At Mike Pruitt Lima Ford, we've got 5 of America's top-selling vehicles, including the loaded Ford Ranger XLT. No down payment and just $169 a month. And the rugged F-150 XL. Nothing down and only $235 a month. Plus, we're offering huge pre-summer savings on all our conversion vans, up to $4,800 off. We've got what you want and more, new and used, and we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And remember, nobody beats a Mike Pruitt deal. Nobody.
There's a gentle way to get your carpet clean. Steamer. Stanley Steamer's exclusive steam cleaning process is tough on dirt, but gentle on carpet. It even helps carpet last longer, unlike shampooing. That's why leading carpet manufacturers recommend us. And we clean upholstery just as effectively and gently as we clean carpets.
Call Stanley Steamer.
We're tough on dirt,
gentle on carpet.
When you need office supplies fast, call the Roby Company. The Roby Company offers same-day, next-day, just-in-time delivery on most of the items you need when you need them. And if it's office furniture that you're looking for, just look at the selection of brand names available at the Roby Company. Choose comfort, style, and efficiency with office furniture from La-Z-Boy, Hahn, and Hayworth. And you'll choose with confidence because the Roby Company has the area's largest selection of office furniture in stock. That's the Roby Company, with showrooms in Lima, Canton, and Bellefontaine.
Tonight's Coldwater Patrick Henry game is being brought to you by Northwest Farmers Co-op. Congratulations on a great season, and best of luck in tonight's game. Northwest Farmers Co-op with offices in Hamler, Holgate, Malinta, and Stanley. And by Deschler Farmers Elevator Company. We're proud of you, Patriots, from the Deschler Farmers Elevators Company. And by Agri Supply Company Incorporated. We wish the Patrick Henry Patriots good luck in the regionals. Agri Supply Company Incorporated in Hamler and Holgate.
Welcome back to tonight's matchup featuring Patrick Henry and Coldwater. This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by the Roby Company, Stanley Steamer, Stolly Insurance, American Pharmacy, and St. Rita's Medical Center. Coldwater leads it by 7, 30-23. At one point they led by 10 until a three-pointer right at the end of the first half. Cut it to 7, but now it's a 9-point lead. And Mitch Layfeld, the sophomore, has 10 points to lead Coldwater scores, and it's a 9-point lead. This is Scholes. That was partially blocked, but Lee comes out with it. A break there for Patrick Henry, and that makes it a 7-point margin. It's 32-25 lead with his first basket. Oh, great feed that time from Stammen. Give the bucket to Thompson. That broke wide open, and it's now 34-25. Lead down low, and Kanapke controls for the Cavaliers.
Smart play by Kanapke. He kind of tipped it off the backboard to himself so he could get up a little higher and grab it with both hands.
Thompson's shot was well off the mark, and it comes out to Scholes. 9-point margin for Coldwater, just underway in our second half, and the Patrick Henry crowd gets to their feet. This is Van Carson. He gets them out. He has 17 of their 27 points, and now Coldwater leads it by 7. Kanapke, that's short, and the white jersey's all over that rebound.
They're doing a lot better, Patrick Henry, as of rebounding in this half.
Carson was fouled. So Dave Van Carson, the offense for Patrick Henry, will go to the foul line. That was Kanapke's third. Now, Jim Niekamp will have a decision here because Kanapke, a much more valuable player than was Larkin, who had 4 fouls in the first half. And Kanapke has to come out, and Brian Wink will come in for him. Van Carson, an 80% foul shooter, to shoot 2 here. Rebound controlled. Oh, and they call traveling. Boy, a tough break there. Thompson and Stammen. This had the ball for a second, and I know Thompson kept his pivot foot. Let's see if the Patriots can take advantage of this break. Two-three zone being employed by Coldwater. Scholes gets the penetration. Nice move that time by Jason Scholes. He has 4 points now. That's what you want to do against the zone. And suddenly it's 34-30. Last 5 points have been scored by the Patriots. Off the run. Mueller can't get it to go. Thompson with the rebound, and it's taken away. And a foul's called. It will go against Thompson.
Well, Mark Thompson was a little frustrated. He thought he was getting banged around down there on that offensive putback, and he immediately went for the steal, and one of those retaliation fouls you see. And that's a third foul on Mark Thompson as well. So fouls becoming a real problem for the Cavaliers. Even though they play all those players, the same guys keep making fouls.
A two-pointer here will cut the lead to 2. Scholes loses the handle. Great defense by Stammen that time to Layfeld. Layfeld with the lay-in. What a play by the sophomore.
Boy, he is not playing like a sophomore. He's the offensive spark so far. Knew he had a chance to get it blocked if he went in from the left side, so he went with the reverse. Kind of rubbing his head. I wonder if he didn't bang his head on an elbow or a backboard or something.
For some reason, the stop and play. Now we'll get started again. 36-30. What a big basket that was for Coldwater. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Out of bounds, off the foot of Rosebrook that time. The turnovers continue to plague Patrick Henry.
Well, Lieb gave him one about 6 inches off the ground. That's a tough one to handle.
Layfeld will bring it down. This kid's in his rhythm now. Mueller outside of Stammen. Good ball movement here by the Cavaliers. Layfeld, the jump shot is short. Rebound controlled by Hoops. And Bill Hoops will bring it up the floor. Patrick Henry with a chance to cut the lead to 4 in a two-pointer. They take a 3. Way off the mark that time. And a foul's called. And we have a player hurt. Jason Lieb is down. The foul was called on Coldwater. Jason Lieb took a knock, and he'll be attended to right now.
Excellent hustle by Van Carson. I'm not sure whose ball it was, and he obviously didn't either. So he decided, if I can get to it, I'm going to save it underneath my own basket. And he did a great job of it.
I think that was off Coldwater. It surprised me a little bit to see Van Carson go for the ball, but it's paid off. Now Jason Lieb is being looked at. Mark and I will be picking our Solly Insurance Hustle Award winner at the end of tonight's contest, and that youngster receives a plaque courtesy of Solly Insurance for his efforts in tonight's game. I think the foul was called on Layfeld. And Bill Hoops will go to the foul line when Patrick Henry has a chance right here to cut the lead to 2.
Even though there's not been a lot of scoring by the other players on Patrick Henry's team, you see some of them trying to get involved in the offense, trying to get involved in scoring. That time, Greg Rosebrook took a shot from the outside, didn't go down, but at least he's looking to the hoop now instead of always looking for Van Carson.
36-31, Coldwater by 5 with 4:20 to go in the third quarter. This is Gass is into the game. Freeze also in the game. A dangerous pass. Somehow France came out with it. Got the turnover against the Cavaliers. Turnover there against Patrick Henry as Scholes' pass was too tall for Crossland.
Well, Crossland's 6'5", and he can get up there. He had both hands on it, but if you look, he's got his right hand heavily bandaged. It's hard to catch a high, hard one with only one good hand.
Gass brings it up into the front court. Midway through our third quarter, Coldwater maintaining this 5-point lead. Mueller sit down. The leading scorer for Coldwater on the year now has 9. And Coldwater's ahead by 7 points at 38-31. Three-pointer here goes. Give it to Rosebrook. He has 9 points on 3 threes. Nice play by Gass to keep his dribble. (38-34), 4-point spread. That shot's off the iron. Another chance coming up here. France will force it up. Rebound off to Patrick Henry. They can cut the lead to 2 as we approach the 3-minute mark of this third quarter. But they turn it over again. As soon as Patrick Henry looks like it's gathering some momentum, they give the ball back. That is 15 turnovers now against the Patriots.
Cavaliers moving the ball out.
Working against the man-to-man. Outside here, the three goes by Gass. Oh my, 41-34, the lead back to 7. Pass inside is loose, comes out to Coldwater. This is Gass. He'll hold things up as he doesn't have the numbers. Good move here. Now to France. Out of bounds, it stays with the orange and black.
Here come the reinforcements.
Wink comes into the game, along with Russ Sutoff.
You know, another thing this substitution pattern does for Coldwater is builds team unity. I mean, you don't have starters and subs. You got 11 players, you know, and they're in and out and playing with different combinations, and they just go out and do their thing.
One of the themes of the Coldwater postseason has been the movie Hoosiers. And folks who saw that movie remember that Gene Hackman had to use everybody. And Jim Niekamp is using everybody. Walked out of bounds, but a foul's called on Hoops.
Well, anytime you get a winning streak going after having a lot of bad things happen to you during the regular season, you kind of hang your hat on any superstition, and Hoosiers is one, and the Black Sox that is worn by Stammen is another one. They eat spaghetti the night before every game. I mean, they got a few things that they're doing down there, and it's working. They'll do it as long as it works, no doubt about it.
Mitch Layfeld will get one more. A free throw here will bring the lead to 8 with 2:05 to go in the quarter. This comes off to Crossland. Right to Mark Miller. You still got it, Mark.
One-handed snag.
Just a one-handed snag. Very nonchalant.
I was a little concerned, though, when Gass kept coming after it. I was holding it. I thought he was coming over the table after it.
Oh, an aggressive foul here by Gass. He made Van Carson pay for that reception. It will be out of bounds underneath the Patrick Henry basket.
There's Gass. Good hustler. He showed you can hit the three a little while ago. Handles the ball very well.
It's a 7-point lead at halftime. It's a 7-point lead right now. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Coldwater fans behind us telling the boys, get your hands up.
Crossland lost the handle. Crossland get it, excuse me, after Hoops lost the handle. Crossland, his first basket. He averages 10 per game, and that's his first hoop tonight. And it's 41-36. Foul called here as Layfeld with the aggressive move.
Well, we talked about it when Coldwater did it. We might as well mention when Patrick Henry did it. Stood still, flat-footed, hands in the air, but the offensive player's momentum carried him in. There was contact, and it's a defensive foul.
So Mitch Layfeld, who missed his last two from the foul line, will go back there now. He shoots 74% from there. He's a sophomore. 2 more years Cavaliers will have this youngster. The winner plays Friday night at St. John Arena, the last semifinal game of the tournament against Belpre or Chesapeake. Chesapeake is the only other undefeated team in the state of Ohio besides LCC. 43-36. Nice play underneath. Russell gets it to go. No, they wave it off. A traveling call there. Dave Krause, this looks disgusted.
He's had his fill of turnovers between the semifinal and tonight.
That is 17 turnovers against Patrick Henry. We approach 1 minute to go. Coldwater maintains this 7-point spread. Off the miss. Under a minute now. Patrick Henry can cut the lead to 5 on a 2. The skip pass to Leave. This is Crossland. He's double teamed. Gets the bounce there. Crossland now with 4 in the game, and it's 43-38.
Tape hand and all, he's shooting well.
Let's see what the Cavaliers decide to do right here. As this third quarter closes down, under 30 seconds to go. It's a 5-point lead at 43-38. Now under 20.
But they'd like to wait for the last shot.
Foul's called here on Jason Scholes. That's the third team foul on the Patrick Henry team. So Coldwater will inbound on the side with 14 seconds to go. Scholes is called for his third, so he'll come out. Layfeld gets a good look at the clock. I think he wants to take it himself. Outside to Gass. He's open. He knocks it down for a 2, and the third quarter's history. Coldwater 45. Patrick Henry 38.
Save time and money by bringing your bulk copying needs to Quick as a Wink. We'll give you up to 1,000 offset copies for as little as 2.2 cents a piece while you wait. And you'll save wear and tear on your expensive office copier as well. When it's time to order new business cards or stationery, come to Quick as a Wink. Our thermographic process will give that raised ink look and feel to your new business cards, letterheads, and envelopes. And Quick as a Wink can serve your other business needs as well. So whatever your needs, think Quick as a Wink.
Banks loan money to the people they know. That may be presidents, princes, a sheik or two, people with grand projects in faraway places. Or if it's Bank One, it can stay a little closer to home and be ready with whatever it takes for the day when the house gets one room too small.
Guys, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
When you need office supplies fast, call the Roby Company. The Roby Company offers same-day, next-day, just-in-time delivery on most of the items you need when you need them. And if it's office furniture that you're looking for, just look at the selection of brand names available at the Roby Company. Choose comfort, style, and efficiency with office furniture from Lazy Boy, Hahn, and Hayworth. And you'll choose with confidence because the Roby Company has the area's largest selection of office furniture in stock. That's the Roby Company, with showrooms in Lima, Canton, and Bellefontaine.
A lot of people are under the impression that insurance is insurance. One policy is pretty much the same as another. Well, at Web Insurance, we know that there's more to it than that. We've repeatedly shown our policyholders that we have the ability to handle today's complex insurance problems the most economical way. For your business, home, auto, and life insurance. If your excuse for not seeing us is that you were satisfied with your present insurance, well, maybe it's because you don't know how much better it could be. Call Web Insurance Agency, 212 West High Street, Lima.
Tonight's Division III Regional Championship game is being brought to you by Bronze Radio and TV. See Bronze Radio and TV for quality name brands you can trust. Zenith, Sharp, and Crosley. Televisions, stereo equipment, VCRs, service on all makes. Bronze Radio and TV wishes the Cavaliers success. By Deschler Products Division of Sherwin-Williams Company. The heat is on. Good luck in the regionals from the Deschler Products Division of Sherwin-Williams Company. And by Rodenberger Funeral Homes. Community spirit has been great. Go all the way, Patriots. Rodenberger Funeral Homes Incorporated, Deschler and McClure.
Welcome back to Savage Hall. Our final quarter is about to begin in this Division III Regional Championship game. This portion of tonight's contest is brought to you by Webb Insurance Agency, West Ohio Gas, Ray's Supermarkets, and the Lima Lumber Company. Cinderella is alive and well. 8 minutes of action remain. Coldwater maintains the 7-point lead at 45-38. Each school scored 15 points in that third quarter. And the big bucket by Gass to close out that third stanza has given the Cavaliers this 7-point advantage.
Kanapke back in the ball game. They got him out of that third quarter without picking up his fourth foul.
Jim Niekamp, what can you say about him and his staff all along Destination Columbus here?
Well, one thing is he didn't let his kids give up. Stayed optimistic, so they kept them believing in themselves that they could win. Even though it wasn't happening, they still thought of themselves as winners.
Skip pass, picked off. Nice play by Sudoff that time. Russ Sudoff forcing the turnover. Kanapke with the ball right now.
You know, Mike, once you struggle through hard times and some things start to finally go right for yourselves, you have a tendency to build on it even more than a normal team would. And I think that's where it's taken these guys. They went to the other level in a hurry.
Kanapke, nice little pull-up Jay. Van Carson with the rebound. One thing about that third quarter, Van Carson was not too active. For Patrick Henry, only 3 points. And a foul's called here. Foul went against Coldwater. Sudoff, that's his first 15th foul on Coldwater. Patrick Henry's committed 3. Opening minute of action, final quarter. Crossland was under pressure, couldn't get it to go. And Thompson cleared the rebound for the orange and black.
Movement offense by Coldwater. They're always moving. Nobody's ever standing.
Great job by Thompson just to get rid of it. Avoiding the travel call. Thompson takes the pull-up. Mark Thompson with 6 in the game. It's 47-38, a 9-point lead with the Cavaliers. Hoops. Can't get it to go, and Kanapke clears it away.
Great move by Hoops. He backed right between a double team, but couldn't come up with a shot.
Play instructions from Jim Niekamp to his youngsters. There you see this big, huge Coldwater crowd on their feet, encouraging their youngsters.
In the passing and movement game. Always moving, looking for somebody open for the short jumper or the easy lay-in.
Out of bounds it goes. It's off the Coldwater player, Layfeld. Turnover there against the Cavaliers. .548 to go in this contest. Coldwater has a 9-point lead. Their biggest lead of the night was 10. They've been pretty much in control since about midway through the second quarter. Gass is back into the contest. 9-16 on the year. This is the furthest they have ever advanced in a timeout on the floor. Coldwater 47, Patrick Henry 38.
When you choose your long-distance phone company, it's an important decision. Your calls have to go through without interruption. You must have a clear tone, and you need the latest in technology. Your long-distance phone company must provide dependability, reliability, the latest state-of-the-art equipment at a very competitive rate. In other words, you want and deserve the best. That's a Forticall. We really do want to be your long-distance carrier.
For more information, call 1-800-686-4088.
Ray's doors have been open in your neighborhood for years, and they're open convenient hours to fit your busy schedule. So if you're tired of spinning your wheels, Ray's gives you quality, convenience, and service without the hassle of running all over town. The time and money you save by shopping Ray's can then be spent on the finer things in life. Ray's, we're right around the corner. Good neighbors, great values.
I'm Mr. Dirt Cheap Stan Kujawa. Come out to the spring truckload sale at Findlay Ford Lincoln Mercury. Drive away today in a brand new 1993 Aerostar with a list price value of over $19,000 for only $14,999. This Aerostar is loaded with an airbag, V6, automatic, AM/FM stereo, and much more. Plus, save thousands on the new 1993 full-size conversion vans and Mercury Villager minivans. Remember, Findlay Ford is #1 in America because we sell new cars and trucks cheap. Dirt cheap.
Tonight's Division III Regional Championship game is being brought to you by Ray's Refrigeration. Ray's Refrigeration for air conditioning, heating, and heat pumps, sales, service, and installation. See Ray's Refrigeration for all your appliance needs as well. Good luck to the Coldwater Cavaliers. By the Hamler State Bank. We wish a great team success in the regionals. From your full-service bank, the Hamler State Bank, independent and locally owned. And by Deschler Lumber. We cheer the Patrick Henry Patriots on to victory. Deschler Lumber, builder of Deschler Homes.
Welcome back to Savage Hall. We'll take a look at our stats for the third quarter after the next dead ball.
Coldwater's gone with a 2-3 zone throughout. Doesn't matter who's in the game, at what point. That is their defense, and they're going to make it work.
Oh, my! Great lob. That might get him charged up as Van Carson from Shoals. I thought that was a shot. 47-40. Let's see if Coldwater can answer.
The Patrick Henry crowd's in it now, trying to give their team a lift. Second time they've used that lob.
Layfeld got it!
That's a sophomore answering a tough shot.
Layfeld was 16 all since the second quarter, and it's 49-40. The three by Shoals doesn't go. Labe with the rebound. Fouls called here. Our third quarter numbers from Imperial Office Supplies. Coldwater from two-point range. 18 for 56. Well, Patrick Henry's 11 for 25 from three-point range. Patrick Henry 4 for 9. While Coldwater is 2 for 13. From the foul line, both teams 2 for 4. 17 turnovers to Patrick Henry, 6 for Coldwater. 20 rebounds total for Patrick Henry and 14 for the Cavaliers.
And every time they've used that lob, it's either off a timeout or a quarter. That's something they have to set and talk about. And I think Coach Krause goes to it when he really needs a basket.
And Carson can't get the miss. Basket and foul. Van Carson now with 22. 8 of the 10 players were right underneath the basket on that sequence. And at 6-7, Van Carson ruled the day. Van Carson now with 23 has 5 quick ones. Long pass down the floor. Mueller can't get it, but he was fouled. Boy, what a nice pass by Kanapke that time.
I'll tell you what, they never let down. They never let their guard down. They could hang their heads a little bit because Van Carson with the big slam and a three-point play, but immediately Kanapke looks down the floor. They almost got the three-point opportunity right back, but the lay-in wouldn't go.
And that's a play you don't see too often in high school ball. I'd like to see it more, but it takes a lot of talent to throw the ball down the floor like Kanapke did right there. The 6-point lead with Coldwater, 49-43. 2 shots for Jim Mueller. Mueller's in doubles with 10. Layfeld leads the Cavaliers with 16. Labe has the rebound, 50-43. The teams have played on even terms. And Scholes with a nice drive. No one picked him up. One of the few defensive lapses for Coldwater. And it's 50-45. Layfeld wants to take it. Now back outside. Mueller's shot is short. Fighting for the rebound is the Cavaliers. See, that was Thompson with the shot.
He followed it, though, got his own rebound back.
Timeout called by Coldwater. They lead by 5.
At Crawford Mattress Warehouse, you can take home this Crawford's Ortholux Twin Mattress Set for only $199.75. That's right, only $199.75 for a mattress and box spring. Buy for less from Northwest Ohio's largest Serta dealer and discover why people say, I want my Serta. They're in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Come in and see Crawford's Ortholux by Serta, makers of the famous Perfect Sleeper Mattress at Crawford's Furniture. You'll be glad you did.
Get your message across. Put it across a t-shirt, sweatshirt, or hat from Company 26. Company 26 will put your message where people will see it. And Company 26 is committed to quality. Their quality begins with the artwork, but doesn't stop there. You'll find quality workmanship throughout. From the darkroom and screen printing to shirts made in the USA and final inspection, everything is done to give you top quality at the most reasonable price. And Company 26 will give you the service you need, even if they need to come to you to do it. So put your message across. Put it across with Company 26.
Money's tight when you start your own business, and sometimes you need to compromise. But I'm not complaining. I'm my own boss. Luckily, with Central Reserve Life, I don't have to compromise on my health insurance. CRL's managed care controls make health insurance affordable for small businesses and individuals.
Cut costs, not benefits. In Lima, call the GW Monastra Group. And in Findlay, call Carter Insurance Associates, serving Lima, Findlay, and all of West Central Ohio.
McNeil with the steal. Look out, Columbus. Here comes Lima. It's jam time.
Tonight's Division III Regional Championship game is being brought to you by the Corn City State Bank. We're proud of a great team in our community. The Corn City State Bank, independent and locally owned. And by Coldwater Home Supply. Coldwater Home Supply, the area's complete source for quality furniture and appliances. And by Claude Stints Incorporated. We're behind you, boys, all the way. The Claude Stints people of Deschler.
4 minutes and 12 seconds to go. The Coldwater Cavaliers, Jim Niekamp just took a second timeout. They lead it by 5 at 50-45. Kanapke, the pull-up goes. That shot's been there for Kanapke. All 4 of his baskets have been just like that, and it's 52-45. Under 4 minutes to go now. Three-pointer by Lee.
Now they backed off and gave it to him, and he had the poise to hit it.
He now has 5 in the game, and it's 52-48. The plot is thickening here at Savage Hall. Under 3.5 to go. Coldwater Cavaliers, this is their furthest advancement ever in tournament competition for the boys. Most fans know the drill, a tremendous program. Couple of state titles. But the boys have never been to the big show. Patrick Henry can be aggressive. They have only 14 fouls. Layfeld, pull-up jumper! Big time move for the sophomore. 54-48. Let's see if Patrick Henry can answer. 3 minutes to go. Shot goes by Rosebrook. What intensity from both sides. 54-50. Layfeld brings it up. A sophomore who doesn't mind having pressure on him. Wink with a pump fake, and a foul's called. Nice offensive idea that time by Coldwater.
Well, Layfeld knew that Ben Carson was out on him doubling, and somebody had to be open, so he penetrated the middle and looked for an uncovered man. He found it.
So this will send Wink to the foul line. An 83% foul shooter. Get him. Tough break there on 2 misses. Looks like he stroked him the way he wanted to. A 2-pointer brings Patrick Henry to within 2 with 2.5 minutes to go. Rosebrook, too hard on the 3. Controlled by Coldwater.
Great hustle by Mueller. He wasn't the closest guy to the ball, but he wanted it the worst.
Another timeout called by Coldwater. They lead it 54-50.
I'm Earl Miller of Imperial Office Supplies in Lima and Van Wert. Offices today reflect success to their customers. Imperial Office Supplies has been selected as the exclusive dealer for the Knoll Group of office furniture, which includes Westinghouse, Shaw Walker, Ref, and Knoll. These exclusive lines can exceed the demands needed by commercial and industrial businesses. Also, our design specialist, Gloria Losavage, can design or redesign any size business, making Imperial Office Supplies an easy choice.
Every day, thousands of people needlessly die of heart attack because they've waited too long to get medical attention. That's why St. Rita's has the Chest Pain Center for people who think they might be having a heart attack. If you experience any symptoms of a heart attack, such as chest pain or shortness of breath, to symptoms as minor as that of indigestion, St. Rita's Chest Pain Center will provide evaluation and treatment. Don't wait. Listen to your heart. Go to St. Rita's Chest Pain Center.
When you want it fast, Quick as a Wink is your one-stop print shop. Almost everything you need can be done in-house, and it gets done faster with quality control. From typesetting to camera work, photo offset to plate making to the final printing. Quality control isn't just a catchy phrase at Quick as a Wink, it's the way they've done business for 25 years. When you need quick quality printing, you need Quick as a Wink, across from the post office in downtown Lima.
Welcome back to Savage Hall, and we salute Mitch Layfeld, the 6'2 sophomore, as our Solly Insurance Hustle Award winner. And he'll receive a plaque from Solly Insurance for his efforts in tonight's game. This timeout call leaves Coldwater with only 1, with 2:11 to go.
Patrick Henry's going to chase a little bit, try to get a double team.
Let's see what Coldwater decides to do.
They're spreading the floor.
4-point lead. Will they look for a shot? That foul was called on Scholes. It looked like he had a good reach around. He'll send, excuse me, it's not bonus time yet. With 1:56 to go, Coldwater has 1 timeout left, and I believe Patrick Henry has 2.
Coldwater must have some confidence in their foul shooting ability. They're not afraid to spread the floor and take the fouls, maybe win the game at the foul line.
Because there's plenty of time, almost 2 minutes to go.
With only a 4-point lead.
Of course, they might be looking backdoor here. The way the ball's being pressured, Kanapke has to pick up his dribble. This is Layfeld with it. They had the idea inside, but they turn it over. Now it's loose. Cavaliers get it back. Layfeld will bring it outside, so the teams exchange turnovers there. 1:20 to go. Jim Niekamp's on his kids, I think, to take it to the basket. Another foul is called here. I believe this will put Coldwater in the bonus. Let's wait and see. Van Carson was called for his third, and it will be a 1-and-1 for Andy Kanapke.
Jim Niekamp starting to substitute based on offense or defense now. He brought in Jim Larkin, 6'4". Jason Stammen came out. Larkin will play defense. Stammen will play offense to handle the ball.
Kanapke can't get it. That's 3 foul shots in a row. It looked like they were stroked properly, but they couldn't go down. Approaching 1 minute to go. Crossland and a blocking foul is called. That's a tough break because Crossland stepped on the out-of-bounds line. I think Kanapke was called for the personal with 1:05 left. Kanapke has fouled out. That's a big blow for the Cavaliers.
They'll miss him because he's a ball handler that Van Carson had to chase around.
Andy scored 8 points tonight. Tremendous split end on the football team. A big, big part of the Cinderella basketball story.
Jim Niekamp greets Andy. Had a few words for him. Andy pretty disappointed. I'm sure something like, hey, you're going to have another chance. We're going to win this thing.
One and one here for Crossland. Crossland with 5. He makes this. It's a 2-point game.
Well, just like all great close games, it comes down to the foul line.
Crossland connects. Gary Crossland with 6 all in this half. We'll see some pressure from Patrick Henry. (54-52). 1:05 to go. Coldwater has the possession arrow in their favor, and a 5-second call. The Patrick Henry defense steps up and makes the big play.
Well, Coldwater had the 1 timeout left, but I'm sure the players are aware that that's their last one, and he didn't want to use it in that situation. You still got the 2-point lead. You just got to D them up.
And a timeout on the floor, called by Patrick Henry. Coldwater leads it by 2.
Who doesn't remember the thrill of discovering remnants of a bygone era? Perhaps it was a china doll in an old trunk or a scrolled mirror in Grandma's attic. The Victorian Sampler Collection unifies this heritage with a consistency of quality and detail. Lexington has selected some of the era's finest examples of Middle America's Victorian furniture and recreated each piece with authentic detailing. See the entire Victorian Sampler Collection at Royal Gallery Furniture, 4181 Elida Road.
The people at Stolly Insurance are proud of their relationships with their customers and with their companies. The Continental Insurance Company has been a part of the Stolly Insurance family for many years. The special servicing agents are always here to help. Stolly Insurance and Continental Insurance Company feature the Select Home and Auto Insurance Package. By combining your auto and home insurance together in the same company, you achieve excellent coverage as well as premium savings. Call or stop by for your insurance comparison today at Stolly Insurance, serving Northwestern Ohio since 1904.
It's basketball season, and Lima Lumber's team wants to help you get off to a fast break on your building and remodeling projects. Consult with our experienced team before you start your project and score some points with our free design center, free estimates, and free delivery. At Lima Lumber, we have the most current in building materials and friendly advice to assist you in making the right play. Don't let that home project put you on the defense. Take a time out and go with the winners. Start your game plan with the Lima Lumber team. Remember, Lima Lumber.
1101 Delphus Avenue, Lima.
Welcome back to Savage Hall. We have 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. Coldwater leads Patrick Henry 54-52. And Patrick Henry will have the ball underneath their basket. Andy Kanapke's fouled out. Coldwater has the possession arrow in their favor.
Right now, the Patriots are going to run a set play that Dave Krause gave them on the sideline. Try to get the score for the tie.
You have to look at Van Carson, number 33. And finally they get it into Labe. Skip pass there to Schulte. Almost went out of bounds. Under a minute to go now. Coldwater in the zone. See if Patrick Henry's going to play for the last shot to take it to overtime. Maybe a three-pointer for a victory. Under 40 seconds to go. Stolen away. Layfeld has it. Layfeld. 56-52, under 30 seconds to go. Oh my, a foul's called on Mueller. Totally unintentional, and the clock stops at 25.
Well, he saw visions of what Layfeld just did on the other side, and as he started to get close, he realized I'm a half a step late. He tried to pull up and couldn't. That's not what Coldwater wanted. I'm sure not what Jim Mueller wanted right there.
A foul that came out of hustle. That is Mueller's first. A one-on-one coming up for Labe. He's a 68% foul shooter.
See, now you don't worry at all about running players in and out. These guys have all played an equal amount. They're all sweaty. They're all loose. You run them in there with 25 seconds, hey, no big deal. They're in the flow. Big foul shot.
Too hard. Rebound controlled by Van Carson. Down to 20 seconds to go. Rosebrook, too hard. Has that kid stepped up? We're down to 12. Layfeld with the ball under 10. You believe in miracles? What could happen right here tonight? 7 seconds to go. The Cavalier fans are in full celebration.
Even the players are running around trying to talk to each other and make sense of this thing.
Mitch Layfeld, I'm telling you, I haven't seen a sophomore play a game like this under these conditions in a long, long time.
He just came out of the locker room for the second half and decided, I want to go to Columbus.
Brian Wink will go to the foul line. He's shooting 83%, but he missed his last two. Missed it here. Coldwater doesn't want to foul. Under 5 seconds to go.
Let him have the basket.
The dream has come true. The Hoosier State has nothing on the Buckeye State. We have our own story unfolding right here. St. John Arena, get ready. The Cavaliers are on their way to the big house. Our final, Coldwater 56, Patrick Henry 54.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the presentation of the trophy.
Offices today require more modern furniture. Imperial Office Supplies recognizes these needs and is proud to announce the following.
I'm Merle Miller, and I'm proud to announce today that Imperial Office Supplies has been selected as the exclusive dealer for the Knoll Group of office furniture, which includes such lines as Westinghouse, Shaw Walker, Ref, and Knoll. These 4 lines of office furnishings, matched with our own complete design department, covers all commercial and industrial needs.
Tremendous feeling. I don't know what to say. Never experienced anything like this. You know, you go from one end of the spectrum, but now we're way at the other end, and it's just pretty hard to realize that happening so fast. The only thing I can say, you got a tremendous group of kids, and I know that's what everybody's going to say, but it's the truth. And you tell they're tremendous when you're losing and you can hang in there. And that's still more impressive to me than winning these games here. The attitude we kept all year and as hard as we worked at it and kept going.
Jim, a little bit about this game. They had the big boy, Van Carson. What were you looking at playing against Patrick Henry tonight?
Well, that definitely was a concern. And not only Van Carson, but Crossland had been scoring a lot of points in the district. And those two guys with their size inside, that was a pretty big concern for us. We didn't stop them completely, but our defense was the key again. We got enough points, just barely, but defensively, pretty good.
Jim, were you surprised at how your kids held their poise? Because Patrick Henry made a heck of a run at you at the end there.
Yeah, right, really. And I'm not sure we held it entirely, but we held enough of it, and that lets you to go on. The thing I was impressed with, we missed the free throws tonight. We had been winning, making the free throws down the stretch, so we had to do it some other way. And a steal and getting it down, that was impressive, yeah. I'm really impressed with these kids.
Jim, I'll tell you, I've called a lot of games. This is one I'm going to remember. A lot of Cavaliers make history of being the first team ever to advance to the state tournament from Coldwater with a thrilling 56-54 win over Patrick Henry. And right now, let's take a look at our game numbers. For two-point range, Patrick Henry was 16 for 35, Coldwater 21 for 48. From three-point range, Patrick Henry 5 for 13, Coldwater's 2 for 9. From the foul line, both teams struggled. Patrick Henry 7 for 17, Coldwater 8 for 17. Rebounding went to the Patriots, 26 to 19. 20 turnovers for Patrick Henry and 9 for the Cavaliers. Patrick Henry was led by Dave Van Carson. He scored 23. Coldwater was led by their sophomore, Mitch Layfeld, with 20. Patrick Henry closes out their year at 19-6. Coldwater goes to the state tournament with a 10-16 record. Mark, when people lose all hope, they should look at this team right here.
You aren't kidding. These kids will never give up the rest of their lives. It doesn't matter what they're involved in. They'll share it with their friends. They'll share it with their kids. And this is a lifelong lesson that these kids have just lived through. And the teams that look at Coldwater's record in the program better beware, because this is not a 10-16 team. They played relentless defense. It caused 20 turnovers. They did everything they could to win, and they deserved the victory.
Okay, Mark, as always, a pleasure. Before we go, a special thanks to all the good folks here at the University of Toledo for hosting TV 44. I think we've done 6 games here in total. We've had a lot of fun, and we really appreciate their hospitality. Once again, our final score, the Coldwater Cavaliers 56, Patrick Henry 54. For Mark and our crew, this is Mike Shep. Good evening from Savage Hall. The executive producer of TV 44 Sports is Jeff Milslavell. Tonight's game was produced and directed by Joe Wasser. Studio director, John Owens. Assistant directors, Paul Nungister, Michelle Wasick, and Mark Oldham. On cameras, Larry Russell, Jordan Flacey, and Matt Miles. Engineering, Sean Ossie. Statistician, Mark Fisher. Master Control, Angela Thomas, Kevin DeLong. Fans, Destination Columbus is now realized for Coldwater, St. Mary's, and Lima Central Catholic. We'll have complete information with regard to state tournament coverage and airtime. It's been a great tournament so far. We'll see you again next week. This 13th installment of Destination Columbus has been a presentation of TV 44 Sports.
Coldwater is also in the playoffs. They, too, are hoping for a championship. Most of the fans of those teams who could not go to Columbus.
Golden Eagles 24-1, led by All-Stater Aaron Hall, a definite force inside. But Coldwater head coach Jim Niekamp thinking advantage Cavaliers here. The Cinderella story continues.
For us is to keep the right frame of mind, and there's some advantage to having a poor record going into the tournament, and I think Andy Kanapke expressed that very well. You know, it's tough for the other teams playing us. Nobody wants to lose to a team that was 4-16 and probably we're going to have a lot of sentiment on our side, too, when you go against the good teams, you know. So there's disadvantages for the other team playing against us. And if we stay relaxed and do what we can do, who knows? We're probably capable of winning the thing down there. So we'll try to take the best approach that's going to allow us to do that.
Earlier today, Associated Press named its All-State team for Division IV school